as far as I can get this down, so it's probably gonna only be where this paint was anyway, so I think that's all I'm gonna do here on the outside. Oh yeah, don't forget to get the bottom too. There we go. You can see it's already starting to break free. All right, so now that we've scored the seam along this this parting strip here, I've got a pair of channel locks, and I'm just gonna carefully work it out of the channel. This wood is, again, really soft and old, and quite frankly, I don't know where you would find another strip like this off the shelf. So I'm being as careful as possible to kind of work this out of the channel. And then you can see that, at least on mine, they cut into this strip so that it could pass over the balance here. So I know from working on the one yesterday, this one actually cracked and broke, so I had to glue it back into place. I'm going to try to be a little more careful with this one. I think I need to score the bottom down here a little more. There we go. So you can see it's starting to come out. Now, another issue I've had, I don't know if you'll have the same issue with your windows, but this window flares out at the bottom and it covers the parting strip. So there may be some trick to getting that out, but I just kind of had to work it over there, and I think that's partly why I broke it. So I'm gonna start, like I said, see if I can kind of work this out. I'm gonna go from the top now. The top's gonna be harder. I gotta get a step ladder. So I think I need to score this some more. Oops. It feels like that's getting it. All right, so I finally got this top part pulled out, but oops, there we go. Pulled out of the channel, and the rest of it comes easy. So I got the bottom and the top, and you can see, at least with my parting bead, they've notched it to go over the balance here. Now the trick is getting this out around this flare on the window sash without breaking this. Got it. All right, this one I got out all in one piece. So now we have the parting bead out, so we can get the upper sash out of the frame here. So you can see it'll just come out now. Kind of to my surprise, I found that the left side is broken. So I am going to need to replace both the right and left sides of this particular window. So we're just going to repeat pulling the foot off the corner of the window, and then my next step will be to show you how to remove the old sash balance. Right, so we have the lower and upper sashes out. We've exposed the sash balance here in the frame. You can see the upper sash spring is working properly. However, the lower sash is broken. So there are 4 nails holding this balance into the frame. One, the 2 here and the 2 here. So again, it's just like carefully prying this out of the frame. just using pry bars, trying to get some leverage on this as best I can without damaging the channel. You can see those two come out pretty easily. And it's out. All right, time to install the new sash balance. Like I mentioned before, it's from Primeline, the one that I'm using, and I previously determined from the 6 on the metal it's stamped. This is the one I just took out here. There's a very small 6 in the upper left-hand corner of this, telling me this was a 6-pound. So the idea is there would be a 6-pound on this side and a 6-pound on this side, which indicates like a 12-pound window. So I'm going to take this out, and you'll see in the packaging that you get nails, so the nails will be to install the balance and then put the feet in the corner of the windows. You also get these springs, which in my case, they weren't needed. I understand from reading the instructions that these are used if you have a window that only has a sash balance on one side, so then the springs would be used to keep the window centered in the frame, which is not needed here. So it's very straightforward. You'll see here are the new cable feet, one for the lower sash, one for the upper sash. And then you will, it should, if you, the measurements are on the packaging. This is an exact fit in my opening here. And I just found that I needed to use a mallet to get it to seat in there. I like to do caddy corners to start, just to make sure it doesn't pop out. And there you go. New sash balance installed. Next step will be to connect the feet to the window, but I'm going to take a break because I have to do the left side now, which I wasn't expecting to do before I reinstall the windows. So we'll follow up once I get the left side replaced, and then we'll reinstall the windows. All right, time to reinstall the upper and lower sash. We have the new sash balance nailed in place. So it's just a matter now of placing it back in the track and nailing in the feet to the sash balance. So let's see here. Grab this. And you're going to need some help doing this, so just going to pause filming so that cameraman can help me get this in place. I'm going to nail in both corners and then we'll start filming again. Okay. All right, well, during the break we got the feet, these feet of the cable nailed into the corners of the upper sash. You can see it works pretty well right now. Much smoother up and down. So, success. Now it's just going to be to put the lower sash in and nail these corner brackets in, and this job will be complete. All right, one additional step before we install the lower sash is we need to put the parting bead back in to to the frame. So if you remember, yeah, what I've been finding is that the case for the sash balance, the new sash balance, is a little larger than, let's see here. No, this looks like, yeah, it's just slightly longer than the original one. So I may have to trim a little bit off this. Oh yeah, I still have the issue with getting this in around it, so I've gotta try to angle this back in. Yeah, it's a little longer, so I'm gonna cut probably like an 1/8 or 16 inch off the bottom of this parting bead so that it can fit in there a little better. So I'm just gonna use a little hacksaw, just kind of eyeball it here. Alright, parting bead is back in. Just making sure it's seated. Okay, looks good. Alright, now we can put the lower sash back in. So we're just going to pull the cables and brackets down to the corners, put those 2 nails in, and then we will return. Alright, so we have the corner brackets hammered in now, and you can see it's actually raising itself. It's pretty good tension on there. I don't know if over time that'll wear off, but very smooth. And in order just to finish this, I'll just be replacing the stop right here to keep this lower sash in place. But that's it for installing a new window sash balance. I hope you find this video helpful in your project and can save you some time.